What is going on, Unfiltered Conversations family? I am your host, Laila Simone, and today we are not doing an episode of Jag Talk Podcast because guess what? I graduated. So we're moving on to another series. So we're moving on and we're taking Unfiltered Conversations to new levels. So I'm so glad to have you guys here with me today. So I need to ask you guys one quick thing. I know that we've tried this before, but we're going to try with a clean slate. So whatever I did earlier, just whoop, delete that. We're trying again. And we're taking it more seriously to next levels. Okay. So what I do want to say is here we're talking real and we're here to vibe. So please don't be offended by anything that comes up in the conversation because opinions exist and they shouldn't be deleted. A lot of times I feel like we have a lot of different opinions and angles and perspectives on things, and it causes us to become against one another mentally, and that's not necessary here. Okay, so don't be offended, just vibe. All right, so today we're going to be discussing ghetto graduations, black parenting, and what the plan is for this podcast and what has been going on in life, because it's been a minute since I've touched a mic. I think it's almost been about an entire 4 months since I've done anything, and that's really only because I kind of was going through a little transitional phase, but we're going to talk about that later. But we're going to dive into this real quick. So we're here Unfiltered Conversations, and we're talking about ghetto graduations, and of course it had to be my state that I attended college, Louisiana, right? Popped up on my feed multiple times, and we're jigging, we're doing what we do, and a lot of people are complaining about what has been posted on social media, including our own culture. What's going on, black people? I just want to say that it was a lot of people that were trying to criticize the graduations that were going on in Louisiana, and if you're not from there or don't understand the culture, the jigging, the dancing, that's like more of a celebration at the end of the graduation, which is when this was done, which people don't understand. They watched the clip and assumed it was going on during the graduation. It was the end, and people are turning up, and I think that we have become so strict on each other and forget, like, we're people, we're supposed to celebrate, and this is what we do. And I think we have more of a seasoned celebration. Black people, we love to laugh and clap, slap our knees. We're very expressive, and for those who don't understand us, we often get criticized in these different spaces on how we react, and really we're very expressive, and that's really just what it is. And I think that we need to double down on allowing ourselves to be people. A lot of people have different reactions. A lot of people are excited and love to express that, and we shouldn't necessarily be so hard on one another about that type of thing. But in turn, my graduation was hilarious. I love my graduation from front to back. I'm not even gonna lie, because it was money thrown in the air. No offense, but Trump was mentioned, and we hearing boos all up and down the road. The Greeks was strolling. What else was going on at the time? Parents was cheering all over the place. People was jigging, turning up, really just enjoying the celebration of crossing the stage, because I think a lot of people don't realize that this society and the system is trying to ensure that we don't get this opportunity to walk the stage, that we don't get our education, that we don't advance in society in the ways that we have. So it is a reason to celebrate, and we shouldn't necessarily be so hard on one another about when it's our time to cross the stage. And if you chose not to do that, don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate, because it be a lot of people that be just like, I don't understand why you did all that at the graduation. Did you graduate? No. So how you gonna tell them how to celebrate? It wasn't your walk. I feel like I'm a very free person. I think when I have my kids one day, I'm not gonna be the parent to be like, oh, you need to act like this, do this, do this, do this. I want to see your personality. Do you? Obviously, don't be disrespectful and don't be out here making me look like a fool. But If you happy, be happy. If you want to dance, dance. If you want to smile, smile. If you want to jump, jump. I want to see what is going on here. And I think that's part of me being like the little psychologist in training. Like, I really love seeing people's expressions. But anywho, one of my friends that I attend, used to, I gotta get used to saying past tense because I don't attend Southern anymore. But I used to go to Southern with. She just won an Emmy. Ashley Lovelace, shout out to her. She was talking about what it's like to finish and actually reach the finish line. Because a lot of times, like, we are criticizing people in the moment, but you don't know what that person went through to get to that point. It's a lot of people that come from different levels in the world, come from different places, face different challenges, that have finally crossed the finish line. We all have one goal, but we may not have taken the same route to get there. So our celebrations may look different. It may be more passion here than it is in other places because it may have took more work for person A than person B. So, I think that we just really need to kind of get back in touch with the humanity of what it is to live. Like, I think that we've made ourselves so robotic. Everybody got to be the same. Like, somebody that I hold very dearly to my heart just told me today that he really appreciates the way that I continue to be an individual. Like, I'm 21 years old. I love pink. You see the side of my headphones. I got Hello Kitty down, butterfly clips, all these things. And I'm grown, but I'm not taking I gotta lose my little cute girl aesthetic over the fact that I'm reaching a certain age point. I like what I like and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And I feel like that's what life is. Like, be yourself. And that's basically what I wanted to talk about with like the Ghetto graduation and season celebration, because we was over here enjoying the season celebration. Don't put that Ghetto graduation on nothing black crossing the stage. Please don't. But moving forward, I want to talk to you guys about black parenting, right? Because I feel like that also plays a big role in how you view certain things, like how you were raised. What was told to you as a child plays a big role in what you believe and what you know. And it was something that popped up on TikTok. This young lady was mentioning the fact that she feels that once you bring an issue to a parent about a specific issue that may be causing you some type of turmoil or problem, that you leave with another problem rather than a solution because of how they choose to handle the issue. And I feel like in some cases this can be true, but in others maybe not so much, because I think that as a community we are taking steps forward in the mental health community, the communication aspect, and what it is to now raise children in the world that we're living in at the moment. But I want to talk to you guys about like breaking the barriers real quick, because like, I feel like a lot of times, like when we come to our people with what's going on, we get hit with a lot of judgment first and solutions after. And that's really the main reason why we deal with this issue. Like, a lot of times we come with this issue and they're like, well, why did you do that? Who told you to do that? Name calling, all this other stuff. It makes you feel like, why did I even come to you with this? Like, I don't even know how I did this. And it causes you to do a lot of independent thinking, and you make a lot of mistakes on your own because you were just too prideful to do what you needed to do, which was ask somebody, but you didn't want to ask that person. And that's not what we should be doing. Like, I really don't think that is the way to go. I feel like we are getting into the phase where we're now kind of starting to be more mindful of how we're approaching certain things, but moving forward, like when I become a parent, I don't think I'm gonna do it like that. I don't think I could ever do it like that. Like, I just have to figure out what's going on first. Let's leave the judgment at the door. I may have my thoughts in the back of my mind, but You don't gotta share everything that you think is right then and there about what the person is coming to you about, because it's like, come on now. We've all done something, or we've all had moments where we've fallen short, so let's not judge the next person. That's really where I think I'm coming from with that. And I feel like black parents are always thinking they're in the position to tell a child how they feel. Not necessarily that they know best, but they're even trying to tell the child how they feel. And that's really difficult for someone to accept as they're looking for answers, because I'm trying to explain to you how I feel, but you're not necessarily grasping what I'm giving you. So now we have conflict. And I'm still trying to figure out like what exactly it looks like to fix that. And sorry for all the noise. It's a lot of in and out going on. One day we'll have a studio, guys. I promise. Birds chirping and everything, but hey. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't understand it. I really don't. But one day I think I will. And I'm still kind of getting used to being in the mind frame of understanding different perspectives. Because, like, I feel like parents, in the moment, they don't necessarily understand how badly it seems like they're judging you can affect you. Because, like, they were raised in a different era. Like, back then, things were a little bit different. Parents were way more strict, way more harsh, physical. So all the things that we're worried about is very minute in their minds, and a lot of times that's crazy. And then one of my friends, we were talking about, like, why does it feel like black people always gotta you gotta go through the rite of passage, which is you gotta struggle too, then I'm gonna help you. Or then I'm going to put you in this position to succeed. Like, you got to go through the struggle part first. Why do we not bring each other up into the next position? Like, why do we not do successors? Like, why do we not do that? Like, why do we not line that up that way? I plan on doing that in any place that I'm in. Because that, to me, is how you grow and really make things build. You have to pull people up to the next level and not be threatened by it. Like, me and my friend, we handle a lot of business together, and this summer I have some stuff to talk to you guys about later on. But we were talking on the phone today, and she was saying that somebody that we both really love to work with, we may have to kind of take a couple steps back for a while because of some tension, because two people really don't blend well together because one is threatened by the other. And instead of us pulling each other up, we get threatened by each other and push each other even deeper into the floor. And that is crazy. That's really crazy. I don't hold that much envy in my heart. I feel like there's nobody that can put me in a position where I won't shine. I don't think anybody should feel that way, because we're all different and we all are individuals. So it shouldn't ever be a time where you should feel small. No matter what you bring to the table, it's not small, because everything that you do is how you do it. And you shouldn't necessarily be threatened by the next person for what they bring to the table. And I had to learn that in school. Like, I feel like people are always like, you know, how does it feel being done with it? I don't know. I really don't. But I do know that I did learn a lot of different things, and it wasn't necessarily pertaining to my major all the time. It was more about life, which they say that's what college is about. But I had to learn how to understand that there's multiple people that can do what you do, and it's the smartest thing to work with them and understand how they function, so that you can create something to the next level. And if you walk into the space threatened, if you walk into the space as if you don't belong, you really won't fit in. And it's not even that you need to fit in, it's just you just won't blend at all. Like, you will be. And that's not even necessary. Like, work with one another, and everybody has their own talents and things that they bring to the table. And I think that, like, my generation, we struggle so bad with communication and sharing the spotlight. But hopefully, we work on that moving forward. Because, like, I see a lot of great things that come out of the world when people get together and really put things out. Like, I don't know. I always think about, like, music when I think about success for some reason, which is, I don't know why, but I love music. But some of the best, like, pop outs in the music industry were, like, collaboration albums. Or, like, crazy collabs that, like, you wouldn't even guess, like, in different parts of the world that you would think is crazy. But because we're so scared of letting someone in our space to shine, or taking notes from someone that actually is in the position that we want to be in because of our pride, it makes us struggle. I just dropped the paper. But anyways, let's move on, y'all. Let's talk about the plan. Because, like I said, this is, like, I want to say, like, a pilot episode to the summer. Because, like I said, I've been gone for 4 months. Graduation hit like a truck. I was over here trying to get my life together because I'm going to be 100 with y'all. I wasn't a thank you Lottie, but I was like, with this one class. Like, it was one class that was giving me some trouble, and I was like, praying to God, like, come on. But your girl made it, and it was cool. But at the same time, it was stressful. And then, like, moving back to California and everything, I'm super excited to be here. I have so many different opportunities on the way, and a lot of drops for you guys very soon. So just make sure that you're tapping in with me, because I have a lot on the way. But also, it's more of, like, the release as well, because, like, I've done so much over in Louisiana, so now it's kind of trying to do the, not the rebrand, because Los Angeles, y'all know what's going on, but at the same time, it's just like, let's do it out here, and let's produce on my own. Let's do this in a different way, and that takes time. So I think I'm ready. Like, we're here. So just join the ride with me, you guys, because we're going to be available all over. We're available on Apple Podcasts. We're available on Spotify. And we're available on YouTube to give you guys that visual aspect of talking to me. Just make sure that you're tapped in on Instagram and TikTok as well, because I always do a lot of my activity on there. I'm starting to do a lot more updates on there, so you guys can stay engaged with me as well. But like I said, we got to talk about the plan real quick. So I created Unfiltered Conversations because I had experience with podcasting prior to, and I had did a radio internship with Max 94.1 with Cumulus Media, and it was a great experience. And I felt like I could really take this and make it my own. And I was told that I already know what to do. I just need to put my stank on it, and I will. And I am. But I wanted to make a podcast where people understand that young people have minds too, but we can also laugh a little, have real conversations, and not necessarily shy away from real opinions, because I feel like nowadays people either are like clip farming, like they saying all this crazy stuff that you don't believe in, that that's not the truth. You just saying that so that it can gain the views that it needs to gain, and you'll do anything basically for views, or it's so raw and it's so real that now you're getting canceled. So people don't know where they fit in between, and I don't necessarily want to be in that category. And to me, the best way to approach that issue and not necessarily stir up the pot per se, is just opening the floor to like letting y'all know, hey, before you even get on here, before you stay, before you listen, before you hit play, these are opinions, and if you don't like those, the door. Because this is not the place for that. Like, this is the real world. I feel like we don't have to agree with everything that is brought up and brought to us, but we can respect the thoughts of others and why they feel that way. And not necessarily approach each other with the cutthroat mindset of, oh, if you don't feel like me, like, you gotta go. And I know I just said if you don't listen to opinions, you gotta hit the door. But I'm just saying, like, how you not even gonna be open-minded to letting somebody finish their thought? You gotta let people finish. But my future goals for this pod is basically just to continue to talk to those who have a story, those who have a mind, those are creatives, those who really have a purpose and know what their purpose is and want to share that, because I feel like a podcast is a big platform, and though we're starting small and mighty, it can grow to many different things, but it just takes that work and that time for it to happen. And I want to do that. It's going to take some time, but I'm super excited for the opportunity to be able to be here and be able to have what I do have to get this started and going. But I do want to open the floor up to a lot of my friends who have amazing stories and that have businesses, creatives that would love to hop on and give me a piece of their mind. Literally, come talk to me and let me know what you got going on. I want to shout out one of my homegirls, Avery Monfort, Streamer University. She just went out there and came back, and she has been modeling for my brand for a while. And we grew up together. We were always dance buddies. So I'm very proud of where she is going. My friends, like I said earlier, that one, they're Amy. I'm super proud of them as well. Ashley Lovelace, Verbin Muhammad, Sydney Coulier, Lauren, Eric White, the whole Hidden Sports team. I'm very proud of them, and the whole media team. They did a great job. But like I said, it's a lot coming this way, and I really just wanted to touch bases with you guys and let you know that we're starting over. We're starting over. That's the best way I can put it right now, only because, like I said earlier, we're trying to kind of get into the space. In terms of my sunglasses, I know a lot of people have been like, what's going on with that? This summer, like I always do, I'm doing a summer job, so I'm in the process of shooting and getting the media together. You guys know how it goes. And we're trying to go magazine for the 4th time. So far, we've hit 3 magazines in the last drop, so that was a blessing. Shout out Voyage LA. That was the last one that we were featured in. All of my friends who helped me put that together, my designer Nia, I really appreciate you. All of my models, Isaac, my amazing photographer, he always does what he needs to do. And the whole agency for the mold, because the CEO, Kaylin, she always provides me with some of the best models in the whole wide world. So if you're in the Los Angeles area and you're looking to become a model or start out your career and just getting any type of experience, headshots, things of that nature, the Mold is an amazing agency to start with, and I believe it's a nonprofit, so it's amazing. Caters to all, but definitely seeing the Black power all up and through there. Do I have anything else for you guys? I really don't think I have anything else for you guys at the moment, only because we have a lot more to discuss, and this is only episode 1. This is only episode 1, and this is literally just to say, hey guys, how you doing? And we're gonna be discussing mental wealth, culture, and music. I love music, so I really hope you guys are music fans too, because I listen to a lot of different genres. I know this sounds bad, but I don't listen to country music, but I need to get in my bag maybe. But country music, don't really listen to it, but probably should. It's some bangers where I catch hidden gems. I'm like, you feel me? But do I listen to that on my own? No. Mental wealth. So as you guys know, I'm a psychology graduate. And I really care about mental health. I'm very big on your mind and what you're believing in and what you're telling yourself, because that powers everything else that follows. And I really want to help you guys move forward in your dreams and what you want to do in life, and do this together, and also discuss the societal reactions around mental health in all communities, because right now, I'm not gonna lie, we do a lot of different things to kind of aid our mental health, and it's not necessarily working the way that we think it is, and we need to really talk about it. But other than that, I don't have anything else for you guys. I loved having this conversation with you. In the episode moving forward, I'm excited to talk to you guys again in episode 2. I am your host, Laila Simone. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Laila Simone, 2 E's and an underscore. This was Unfiltered Conversations, and I am your host, Laila Simone. Hi.